Today, I'm going to show you the only things you need to bring in your tackle box when you're fishing Mission Bay with live bait. Let's go. Carolina keepers right here. They look just like that. I'll show you how to use them here shortly. Swivel right here. Got a little spot for swivels. Just so you know the size of the swivels I use. Size 10 swivels. And they don't have to be 10, they can go up or down a little bit. It's really no big deal. I always carry a pair of fingernail clippers with me because it's easy to cut the line with these guys. Treble hooks. These are about as big as I like to use. These are size 4. I go size 4 all the way down to size 8 to 10 is about as small as I go. And then I got J hooks right here. J hooks aren't that big a deal size wise. Right here I've got size 1, but you can go smaller in size as well. J hooks are more of a placeholder. You don't catch a lot of the fish with your J hooks, but every now and then. So size 1 J hooks. And then most of the time I'm using a 1 ounce egg weight. If the current is ripping a little bit, and normally I keep the weights right here, but I got to keep the weights down here to hold the box at this angle, I'll go up to a 2 ounce egg weight on my Carolina rig. Occasionally if the current's ripping. Beads. Sometimes I have them on, sometimes I don't. Honestly, sometimes I just forget to throw them on. But beads are to protect the knot on your Carolina rig. And that's all I've got in my tackle box, guys. So that's all you need to fish live bait in Mission Bay. Carolina keepers, swivels. I always like to have a pair of fingernail clippers with me. 1 and 2 ounce egg weights, J hooks, and treble hooks. That's it. That's your live bait setup. And I actually transferred this stuff from my smaller tackle box into this one that's a little bit bigger, just so it's a little spread out and you guys can see it. But you can even take a smaller tackle box, and then of course you just need a line for the leaders. So speaking of line for the leaders, let's build the Carolina rig right now. All right, first thing you want to do, grab your 1 ounce weight right here, slide it up your line, just like so. Now that is up my line. Next, take your bead, put that on there. That's so the weight doesn't hammer the knot constantly over and over and weaken the knot. And now you tie in your swivel. So now you've got your weight up the line, the bead up the line, you've got your swivel. We tie our San Diego jams. So what we do is and that's your San Diego jam. And trust me, it's a lot easier when you're not trying to do it on camera and you're just doing it. Take the fingernail clippers and clip the tag end off. Always leave about 1/8 of an inch. Never too close. That is what it looks like. You got your weight, your bead, and your swivel. Next is the leader. Now, if you didn't get the San Diego jam knot the first time, don't worry, we're gonna do it again. It's easier to show you going down on the swivel versus going up on the main line on the swivel. You'll see what I mean here in a second. You go through the eye of the swivel, like so. And as you can see now, the weight is actually giving me a little pressure, so it'll be a lot easier to do the San Diego jam knot. So here we go with the San Diego jam again. Just grab it like this. Give yourself, I usually give myself about 6 or 7 inches, maybe 8 inches. So now you just go like this and start wrapping around. Keep your fingers pinched right here at the top. You've got your loop that you just went through, that's it. And you go around 7 times. 1, 2. Now, see that little loop at the bottom right there? There's a little loop. I may not have made my line long enough, we'll see. You go through the loop right there, like we did before, boom. See this loop up here, right there? You go through that loop. Oops. There we go. Gonna take it off camera for a second to wet it. You just pull it tight like that, forms that knot, and then you just pull it down. Bam. That is your San Diego jam. Take your fingernail clippers, Like I said, I usually like to be about 1/8 inch or so, something like that. Boop. So now we've got our San Diego Jam attached to our swivel to start our leader. And as you guys know, if you saw the last video, I used to use 12 to 15 pound leaders all the time, but after that last heartbreak, I've decided I'm using 20 or 25 pound from now on. So this is a 25 pound leader that I'll be using from now on. I'm gonna keep my 12 or 15 pound on the main line because that's never broken. It's always been the leader. These fish have teeth and they nick up the line and end up breaking the leader sometimes. And I've decided that that sucks. So I'm going to change my leader to 20 pounds or 25. Now, the reason you need these is for the Carolina Keeper. So next step, all you do is take this J hook, just like this, go in the eye, and don't tie a knot. Let it go. Bada bing, bada boom. Now you take your Carolina Keeper right here, and if you can see, I don't know how focused it's gonna be, but there is a tiny slit in this little plastic round guy right here, the Carolina Keeper. And what you do is, see if you squeeze it, it kind of opens up. What you do is you squeeze it. When it opens up, you feed your leader through, but it has to be perfectly straight up and down. This one needs to be turned just a hair. I think that did it. Yep, and there it goes. And just grab it, pull it up 8 or 10 inches. And now, you take your treble. I usually use just a regular clinch knot on this. So just spin it 5 times. 5 right there. Through the hole at the bottom. Whoops. Through the hole at the bottom. Oh, come on. Through the hole at the bottom. Then as you go through that hole, it makes another hole right here. You take it and you go through that hole. And you take it and you just go just like this. Through that hole. Grab it. Take it off camera, wet it real quick. Just like that. Pull down. You know where that's going? Nowhere. So then, take my handy dandy fingernail clippers and clip it off. And now, you should be able to just move your Carolina Keeper down a little bit. Just grab it and kind of, see how it just kind of slides. And now your J hook, stays right there by the Carolina Keeper. Your treble hook is right there. You hook the J hook through the side of the fish's nose. This hook goes in the back by the tail. The Carolina is dropped all the way to the bottom. And behind you, you want to make sure the Carolina rig is on the bottom and that bait fish is just fluttering around. And bada bing, bada boom, that's how you catch halibut, boys and girls, from beginning to end. Now, I carry a gaff, I carry a measuring board and all that kind of jazz, and I carry an extra spool line, but this is just what's in my tackle box and how to build the rig. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe. I'm giving a hard push to reach 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so it really helps me out if you guys subscribe and like the videos. I really appreciate it. And until next time, you!